Hey folks, Kevin here, lead developer here at Sienci Labs, and today I'm going to talk to you about the various tool changing strategies you might find inside of gSender. Inside the gSender config, inside the tool change section, you're going to find the gSender strategies. And these are several different ways to handle what happens when gSender comes across an M6 command in your file. The first in default is ignore. And this behavior is very simple. If it sees an M6, it's just going to comment it out and no behavior is going to happen. This is very useful if you don't care about tool changing or if you're running an older Gerbil version that doesn't support the M6 command. The second strategy you're going to find is pause. Pause is very useful if you have your own written macros or code that you want to run for your tool change procedure. All this strategy does is stop sending lines of code when an M6 is encountered. So the user, when the machine is idle, is able to run their own macros or codes to handle the tool change that they've designed. The third strategy is standard re-zero. This is the first of the wizard tool change strategies. This is the simplest in that it requires no limit switches, no homing, and not even a probe block. When an M6 is encountered, a wizard is going to pop up and you're going to be prompted to either find the new zero using a probe if you have one, or set the new zero using the paper method manually. The fourth strategy is the flexible re-zero. This is kind of a mix between the standard and the automatic in that we assume you have a probe, but again, you're not required to have homing enabled and you're not required to have limit switches installed. This is a bit more guided process, but you'll have to do a lot more of the steps yourself. The final wizard strategy is the fixed tool sensor. This is the most guided and automated process in that you'll need to configure a location for your tool change, a location for your TLS or probe block, and when an M6 is encountered, the wizard will go to those locations manually and much more of the process is fully automated for you. The key difference for this strategy in particular is that you need to have homing enabled and you need limit switches installed on your machine. The final strategy inside of gSender is code. If you have a pre-designed tool change strategy, you're able to insert it and it will be automatically inserted and run when an M6 is encountered in a file. And this has two hooks, code that will run the first time it sees an M6, and it'll run that, and then a prompt will come up if you want to continue, at which point it will run the after tool change. If you want to run them both together, there's a skip dialog option, which will just run all the code at once. Hopefully this was a useful overview of the different tool changing strategies available within gSender and the key differences between them. We like to keep things flexible, so you'll find that the strategies will work depending on your machine setup and accessories installed. Again, most of them don't require homing or probe blocks, only the fixed strategy, and hopefully that's useful for you regardless of your CNC machine and accessories. That's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's gSender tip.